If you're watching this message, it means you survived 2023, and that's a good thing. What are we in for this year? Well, I'm going to give you my personal predictions on where I think the real estate market is going to head this year, and I'd love to hear yours. So if you think I'm wrong, or if you've got something else that you think is going to happen, post it in the comments below and let's start a conversation. First off, we know that 2023 was a bit of a doozy in the real estate world. We know the market was quite slow. There were less listings overall in all neighborhoods, and prices came down on the whole only about 5.5%. But in some neighborhoods, some of you watching this, you may have lost 20 or 30% and have not yet gained that back. Not to worry, we're at the reset of the new year in January. Every year, so predictable. Around the 3rd or the 4th week of January, there's a big reset button, which is about to be hit now. My prediction is we're going to see buyer confidence restored in the next, I'm going to say 4 or 5 weeks. People are going to come out of the woodwork and start looking at their options. I think the multiple offers are not going to kick into high gear until spring is well established. And I'm going to say probably March or April where things will get a little bit more aggressive. So it's going to start off a little sleepy, but you'll see February, March, April, and emphasis on April, things will probably get more aggressive. I think we're going to see prices start to move up, and we're going to see that happen more and more as the rates come down. Personal prediction is we're probably going to come down by about 1% on interest rates. I'm going to say by about end of May or early June. I think it has to happen. We all know it has to happen for the economy to be restored again and for people to be able to survive in the city and pay their bills and hang on to their homes. So I'd say 1% by end of June. If it's sooner, that's amazing. Could it be some more by the fall? Yes, absolutely. I think the Bank of Canada will be watching things closely and monitoring things. Employment numbers will be important for them to consider, and the overall tone of the city and inflation. What do I think is going to happen on a granular level? What neighborhoods are going to perk up and what neighborhoods are going to settle down? So here's my personal prediction. I think there's a lot of people who love their homes and communities in the city of Toronto, but I really do believe in 2024 that some families are not going to be able to stay put in the neighborhoods they love for 2 reasons. Number 1, they're going to see their taxes go up, and that might feel a little tight for them. Number 2, just a general need for space. So if you're having baby number 3 and you just don't have the space, but you can't afford to stay in the same neighborhood, I think we're going to see people who are moving out of their areas like we did during the pandemic in search for more space. So I do believe the little communities in the 905s, in the east, in the north, and the west, once again, are going to see good, stable acceleration. I'm not really sure what the condo market's going to do. So if you serve the condo markets or out of area, I'd love to hear your personal predictions. I know it'd be a great time to pick up a cottage if someone can afford to, because prices have come down substantially, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen there, so I'm not going to make a prediction. Downtown condos or condos in general. Here's my prediction. I think new is going to be golden. It's going to be what makes the most money, whether you're in a freehold, you're in a townhome, or if you're in a condo. New is going to see the highest and best growth possible. We're seeing that already a few days into January. We're seeing $1,600 a square foot on some condos downtown. I've seen $1,800 a square foot. Does that mean they're going to get it? Who knows? Time will tell. But the reality is new product is super sexy, it's super appealing to buyers, and it will stand the test of time and will perform well as a 5 to 10 year investment. So new stuff, I do believe it's going to grow, and you can see it in all of the neighborhoods with the new listings. The prices are up, they're not down. What will matter is by the end of January where things are actually posting as sold. All right, enough with the predictions. Now I'm going to give you some really sage advice. It's January. There's not a whole ton of inventory. So here's my advice to you. Stay level-headed. When you see something you like and you see an offer date on it, don't automatically open up the wallet and start throwing money at listings. More listings are coming. Keep a level head. You will start to see more in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Don't start as buyers and agents artificially pushing prices up higher than they need to be. There is more inventory around the corner, and at this time of year, it's more important to be patient and level-headed than it is to drive the prices up, because if we start to see 5 or 7 and 10% gains in January, I think we know where this might end up by the end of the year. And I see stability this year. I do see growth. I think that in some neighborhoods, we could be seeing 4 to 7% growth by the fall or before the fall is even hit. And in some neighborhoods, there's probably going to be a recovery of 10% or more. Let's see what happens with those rates, because they're going to tell us all a lot about what's going to happen in 2024. Thanks for watching.